South Korea's Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-hwa spent a hectic first day in Tokyo having a sit-down with her Japanese counterpart and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. While they reaffirmed their friendly ties, Japan's wartime sexual enslavement of Korean women remains an extremely thorny issue. Kang's trip comes as a South Korean government special task force team on that very matter is set to announce its review of the highly controversial 2015 Comfort Women deal, and that's going to happen next Wednesday. Kwon Jang-ho with the details.
South Korean Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-hwa met with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe for a brief courtesy call on Tuesday. On her first visit to Japan since she took office, Kang stressed the importance of the bilateral ties between Seoul and Tokyo, along with their relationship with Washington when dealing with North Korea's provocations. Abe replied, saying South Korea is Japan's most important strategic ally, and that despite their painful history, he hoped the two countries can maintain a more forward-looking relationship. Kang also expressed hope that the Japanese Prime Minister will be able to visit South Korea for the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics next February. However, the contentious issue of Japan's wartime sexual enslavement of Korean women was not approached. That was discussed earlier in the day when Foreign Minister Kang met with her Japanese counterpart Taro Kono. Seoul's foreign ministry said Kang briefed Kono on the task force that is currently reviewing the details of the 2015 landmark agreement that was supposed to settle the matter. The deal 2 years ago involved an indirect apology from Prime Minister Abe and the establishment of a foundation to compensate the victims. But the agreement has been under fire in South Korea ever since, especially with the victims themselves saying the deal did not go far enough and was reached without their consent. President Moon Jae-in pledged during his presidential campaign that he would review the agreement, leading to the formation of a task force in July to handle the issue. The South Korean government announced the results of the investigation, which are expected to be very critical of the deal, will be released on December 27th, a day before the agreement's 2-year anniversary. However, Kang seemed to suggest there would be some leeway to the Moon administration's response. She told reporters earlier in the day that she planned to inform Kono the review will not necessarily fall in line with the administration's stance on the matter. Kono meanwhile told reporters before his meeting with Kang that the 2015 agreement was final and irreversible and that Seoul should sincerely carry out its terms. The two foreign ministers are said to have concluded Tuesday's meeting, pledging to continue discussions on Japan's wartime sex slavery issue in the near future. Kwon Jang-ho, Arirang News.